Are you new to PC gaming?
Yes.
Well, you're probably making a bunch of common mistakes that are quite overlooked. My name's ProdiJay, and these are 5 mistakes new PC gamers make. Alright, the first and most common mistake new PC gamers make is not paying attention to their PC settings. This becomes even more important when you're using a high refresh rate monitor. Now, imagine this, you just got a brand new 144Hz monitor ready to have that smooth gaming experience that everyone talks about, but you might notice that it looks a bit choppy and is far from smooth. Well, the reason for this is that most monitors come with a default refresh rate of 60Hz right out the box. So, to fix this, go to your Windows settings, find a display page, and go to the advanced display settings. From there, simply pick the highest refresh rate your monitor supports and don't forget to click keep changes so it stays. And surprisingly, many people skip this step and then wonder why their high refresh rate monitor looks no different from a 60Hz one, as it all comes down to this single setting. Now, shifting our focus to mouse settings, it's essential that you disable mouse acceleration. This feature can make your mouse movements unpredictable and mess with your muscle memory, throwing off your aim in various games. So head over to the mouse settings in Windows, go to additional mouse settings, then under pointer options, uncheck enhance pointer precision to turn off the mouse acceleration. But remember, this applies to Windows settings. If your mouse has software, look for the option there as well and disable it. Also, watch out for games that might have mouse acceleration or smoothing in their settings and make sure those are turned off as well. Moving on, let's talk about Windows Game Mode. The idea behind this feature is to give your game more resources by reducing background tasks. However, in reality, it's been known to cause stuttering, freezing, and other performance issues. Now, while some lower end PCs might see improvements, it's still a good idea to test it for yourself. So try playing some games with game mode on and off and see if you notice any differences. If your PC performs better with it on, that's great. If not, disable it. Personally, I keep it disabled as it causes stutters in my games. Lastly, keeping your PC up to date is crucial. Make sure you have the latest Windows updates and graphics drivers installed. Whether you have GeForce Experience for Nvidia cards or Radeon software for AMD cards, updating your drivers will provide the latest features, help fix graphical issues, and improve performance, making your games look and run even better. But in general, taking a few moments to fine-tune your PC settings will definitely improve your gaming experience. The second mistake new PC gamers make is not optimizing their game's graphic settings, often because they simply don't understand the purpose of each option. If you're switching from console gaming, the transition might feel a bit overwhelming, because unlike most console games, which typically offer choices like film grain or motion blur adjustments, PC gaming has a wide variety of customizable options. Some of these include texture quality, anti-aliasing, anisotropic filtering, post-processing, and more. Additionally, there's Nvidia's DLSS technology, which boosts game performance significantly. However, the key takeaway is this: if your computer has modest specs, it's a smart move to lower the graphics settings so you can get smoother gameplay at higher frame rates. On the flip side, if you're lucky enough to have a gaming rig with solid or top tier specs, cranking up the graphics can make your game look so stunning to the point where you probably won't touch grass for a long time, especially if you enjoy games with modded graphics like Skyrim. Nevertheless, keep in mind that in competitive multiplayer games, especially fast-paced ones like Apex or Call of Duty, prioritizing performance over ultra-high graphics is vital. After all, you wouldn't want to focus more on the graphical details than the actual competitive gameplay itself. But in general, it's important to fine-tune the graphics settings based off your PC's capabilities. An easy method you could do is use the video presets in your game, such as low, medium, high, and ultra. These presets can serve as starting points, and you can just adjust each setting to find the right balance for you. Just bear in mind that every game has different requirements and demands, so taking the time to customize the settings for each game is well worth it. Plus, if you're not getting to the performance you want, there are plenty of settings videos on YouTube for specific games. But if you want to learn more about what each setting does so you can get better performance out of your game, I'll link some videos down below. Now moving on to mistake number 3, which is one of the most common mistakes new PC gamers make, is overpaying for games. Unlike consoles, there are numerous ways to get PC games without breaking the bank, and sometimes even for free. The first smart move is taking full advantage of Steam sales. They usually happen during holidays, seasons like the summer and winter sales, and even on Black Friday. The second way to save money is by purchasing game keys from key sites. These websites offer game keys or activation codes that you can redeem on different platforms like Steam, Origin, Uplay, or even console like PlayStation and Xbox. And the cool part about it is that you can get crazy discounts up to 95% off. And personally, I've never run into any issues buying Steam keys ever, forever. But if you're interested, I'll drop a link to the r/gamedeals website, as they list stores that source their keys straight from the game publishers or developers. Plus, I'll share a couple of sites that I personally use as well down below. Last but not least, the third way to save money is by capitalizing on free game deals. The Epic Games launcher regularly offers 2 games for free every single week that you can keep forever. Now, they might not always be the biggest titles, but a free game is a free game. Over time, I snagged some gems like GTA 5, Control, Death Stranding, Ark Survival, Subnautica, and more from using this method. Also, don't forget, there's a bunch of free-to-play games that are worth checking out. Some popular examples include Fortnite, Apex Legends, Overwatch 2, Warframe, and a bunch more. But overall, if you want to save a lot of money on games, make sure you take advantage of Steam sales, consider those game key sites, and definitely don't miss out on the free games available. Nearer the end, the fourth mistake many PC gamers make is neglecting their hygiene of their PCs. If overlooked, this can actually lead to damage. The first issue often ignored is the buildup of dust within the PC not getting cleaned out. Over time, dust will gather on fans, heat sinks, and the other parts inside, which if left unattended, this can result in your PC overheating and throttled. Plus, if you have pets at home, you'll likely have more dust than pet hair to clean up. So to avoid the risk of your PC overheating, it's recommended to clean out your PC every 3 to 6 months. You can clean out the dust from either using a can of compressed air or using an electric air duster. Now, while air cans can be bought in packs, the air duster is good value as it's a one and done purchase. However, keep in mind that how often you'll need it clean really depends on the ventilation of your room and how your PC is set up. This leads us to the second issue, proper ventilation. If your PC has bad airflow, you're gonna have high temps, especially if you have cheap cooling fans, which having good airflow usually starts with the design of your PC case and the fan orientation. Not all cases are created equal in terms of airflow, and while some may seem appealing, certain cases will naturally have higher temperatures due to the restricted airflow. Plus, even if you have a case that's known for good airflow, how you position your fans is a big deal, as the goal is to maintain a balanced airflow where the fans pull fresh air in and push hot air out, keeping your PC cool. But if you don't position the fans right or you manage the cables inside poorly, it will mess up the airflow. And speaking of cables, it's important to keep them organized and away from blocking the airflow. Additionally, avoid placing your PC on a carpet, as it can block cool air intake and cause overheating problems. And to help fix these PC hygiene issues, I'll include links down below to some videos that break down more details about cleaning your PC, understanding airflow, cable management tips, and more. And just an extra tip, if you want better or lower temps, it might be worthwhile to consider getting an AIO cooler over air cooling, as they're better at dissipating heat. I actually have the N6T X53 cooler that I got a long time ago and made a review on, and I still use it. But AIOs are pricier than fan coolers, so it will depend on your budget. But I will make sure to link some cooling options down below for those who are interested. And finally, the fifth and probably the biggest mistake new PC gamers make is simply not putting in enough practice. Getting used to playing with a keyboard and mouse might feel confusing at first, but with consistent time and effort, you can totally get the hang of it. Start by learning where to place your fingers on the keyboard and memorize those positions so you're more confident in pressing the right keys. For me, I tend to feel for the little bump on the F key before I place my fingers on WASD, because it helps with muscle memory, as the goal is to play without looking at your hands. Alongside this, take full advantage to customize the keybinds in games to whatever feels comfortable for you. And while copying other people's settings or keybinds can be a good start depending on the game, you ultimately want to make it cater for you. Also, it's worth noting that you should pay attention to your mouse's sensitivity in game and its DPI. You'll see that most commonly pros in games have a DPI between 400 and 800, but of course some use higher like 1600 and above. I'd recommend starting with 800 DPI, as it's a good starting point for beginners. Additionally, it might be a good idea to start with slower paced games like Minecraft and Portal, as they allow you to get the basics of keyboard and mouse movement down without the pressure you would get in fast paced games, as you'll likely make a lot of mistakes and probably get discouraged. You can also practice your accuracy with aim simulators like AimLab, which you can get for free on Steam. It's a super popular tool that lets you try out different aiming exercises to help you improve your accuracy, and it's a good idea to spend at least 10 minutes a day using this, or spend time in the firing range or training mode of whatever game you play for more practice. And if you're still uncomfortable with the keyboard, practicing typing can actually help you memorize the keyboard better and press keys quickly. On average, people type about 40 words per minute, which if you're slower than that, there's room for improvement. Personally, I type around 60 to 70 words per minute, but some of my friends are even faster at 100 to 150 words per minute. But overall, if you practice consistently using these tips, you'll definitely see progress in how you use your keyboard and mouse. And I'll leave links to everything I talked about down below for aiming and practicing typing. But after going over all that, that'll be the end of the 5 mistakes new PC gamers make, and I'm sure there's plenty more mistakes that I haven't even mentioned, but if you guys got any tips for new PC gamers, be sure to leave a comment down below, and I'm sure we can all help each other out. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, drop a like and subscribe for more quality content like this, because I do love making videos like this one. But thanks for watching, and be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss out on my future content. My name's ProdiJay, and as always, stay classy.